What a spectacular and nail-biting end to the season. Hayden Paddon is a back-to-back European rally champion, and Andrea Mabellini wins his very first European rally here in Rally Silesia. Wow, you couldn't have wished for any more action, suspense than here in Rally Silesia. The first time we come here in Poland in ERC, and what a finish it's been, Julian.
It's been kind of like the perfect finish if we think about it. We've got the podium getting ready and geared up for the national rally, and that's what all the noise is behind. It won't be long before our leading contenders come over from ERC, but it couldn't have been much better when you think about it. Mabellini wins their first, Mabellini and Lindsay win their first race. Paddon wins the championship. Armstrong gets his first podium. A load of celebration. There'll be some messy party tonight and tomorrow night, because we're all here for another couple of days. So, I mean, what a way to finish the season. Absolutely brilliant.
Absolutely, and we can see as Hayden Paddon and John Kennard, of course, win their second European Rally Championship. After a fantastic day yesterday, they took it a bit easy today. They were in the fight with Franceschi, but they pretty much nailed it. I mean, they pretty much had their hand on that championship, and they really did the best. They did their utmost, and of course, a well-deserved second win for the pair.
It was, but when you think about it, yeah, yesterday they were in that fight and they led, but when it got a bit treacherous today and a bit difficult, they played their championship game. They didn't need to win the rally. They just needed to be ahead of Franceschi, which is exactly what they were. And they just did that job absolutely perfectly. So calm, so under control, but that's what you get with that experience, you know? He's won a world rally in his time. He's been in the World Rally Championship for many years. Now he is in the championship for the second time in the European.
Of course, you talk about experience. He was clean, he was precise, and Pete spoke to him at the end of the stage.
Hayden Paddon, you are a double European rally champion. I know it's not been an easy season, but what is going through your mind right now?
Relief. It's been a season of two halves. You know, we haven't shown the outright speed we wanted to, but through determination and grit, you know, the whole team just did it. The biggest thing this year is not give up. You know, halfway through, we're all a bit disheartened to where we're at. So a massive credit to the team and everyone involved. It's just been a huge effort, and obviously it's great to have Kiwis over here with us and everyone at home supporting us, and yeah, just relief and just, yeah, awesome.
You've made noises that this might be your last European rally. Can you tell us anything?
Like, take it as a day, each day at a time, but you know, if this is our last European Championship rally, just a big thanks to all the fans over here who've been supporting us on the other side of the world and making us feel at home, and everyone back at home, and the broadcasters and the commentators, and you know, it feels like a big family. I've been around this for a while, so who knows what the next step is, but hey, we took this one off so we can enjoy this one now.
Thank you very much. Go and enjoy it.
Great, thank you.
Absolutely well-deserved champagne for Hayden and John after a very tough rally here in Poland. But they did win in Wales. They weren't expecting actually to come here, were they? That wasn't on the plan, but they did. They ended up coming to Rally Silesia and finished on the podium. And of course, they're now back-to-back European champions.
Yeah, I mean, this guy knows about winning back-to-back championships. They always say the first one's the hard one. It's the second one that, if you once winning the second one, then it just goes on from there. What is it about winning two in a row?
This is a great confirmation. I mean, you know that you have the power, the possibility to do it, but you have to do it once again, and everyone is waiting for you, saying, hey, we're going to see if you are the really strong one that we expect from you. The worst is that once you are first, you cannot be something else, you know? So I would say that the worst is in front of them, of those guys, if they want to have a third ERC Championship. It's going to be another story, but they did an amazing job. searching for the victory, this is the ultimate, of course, target for sportsmen. So I don't know what to say. They did it. They just did it, and that's a big accomplishment for them.
They've had a complicated season, but I'd say the turning point was definitely their victory in Wales, and it was also a turning point for another pairing, which is of course Adriana Mabellini and Virgie Lindsay. Now they finished on the podium. It was their first ERC podium, and of course they're victorious here today. How important was that podium in Wales for them coming into this Rally Silesia?
Any podium is really important, but I think what they did in the podium in Wales is nothing compared to what they've done today, this weekend, all weekend from stage 2 yesterday morning. The first stage, Mabellini, Lindsay, they were on it. They were keeping Paddon really on. When the conditions got tricky, they just had to make sure that they didn't slip up, because Paddon had already decided, I don't need to win. And it was theirs to take the lead, which they did, and then to extend that lead and basically give Paddon no excuses to try and come back at them. I think driver of the weekend, if not the season. Like Paddon's winning Ceredigion was massive, as in time and things. But under the pressure to try and win your first World Rally, again, this man knows about winning their first big World Rallies, you know? Huge pressure.
Yeah, and you build it step by step. We won stages before winning a rally. It took time. Those cars are going fast. The four-wheel drives are powerful. The conditions on the ground were really not easy this weekend, even though yesterday it was dry and sunny. It was really bumpy and already dirty with some gravel sections. So you have to do it and build it step by step. This is what I said. Maybe we have now the Mabellini Evo 2. Something happening in his mind.
Well, congratulations to the pairing. Let's now head over to the podium for the team's podium.
Congratulations to the 2024 FIA ERC Teams Champions BRC Racing Team, represented by Gabriele Rizzo, Team Principal of BRC Racing Team. And now the national anthem of the winning team. The trophy for the 2024 FIA ERC Teams Champions, presented by Stephanie von Feldheim, Account Director, WRC Promoter. And now, it's time to celebrate!
A well-deserved celebratory champagne shower for BRC team, the Italian team, and of course being sprayed by Hayden and John, who are also the drivers' champions. So let's take a look at the team's championship. That is, of course, BRC Racing Team, who claim the top spot. Then Team MRF Tyres in second, TRT Rally Team third, Eurosol Racing Team Hungary Sportsegulet in fourth, ACCR Toyota Dolak in 5th, Red Grey in 6th, and that's your Teams Championship 2024. So let's now focus on a few decisive moments that we've seen throughout this Rally Silesia, because we've had lots of dramatic moments as well. Lots of, well, I'll let you know what. Let's start with this particular moment. We'll let you take a look.
Philip, hello. You crashed twice this morning. We're not going to speak about it for forever. You and Craig, I just give you 2 tickets because you are still here. You will and the coin to go for it.
Okay, no panic though.
Mr. Philip Paddon, I've been very mean with you during the whole weekend, offering you these lottery tickets. You had many emotions, I will say. So a very last small thing for you. We're gonna see how it will end up. Let's find out. Let's find out. You did it! Thank you for everything and good luck for the next season.
So that's a reference to the lottery ticket that you gave Philip Allen on the ceremonial start.
Yes, it was a lottery ticket because during the free practice he had already 2 crashes, I will say. And I said, okay, now you need another lucky charm to go forward. And on this kind of wheel of luck, I don't know how we can call it. Wheel of fortune. It was a spin, ditch, and in the end it was you did it, and I'm glad that now he can scratch my tickets actually, and I will be curious to know if he will win or not.
We actually scratched the ticket last night in the commentary box that he left. That's why we're here today, because we didn't win, so we couldn't quit.
Just to show how tough this rally was, as we all know, very tough stages. Let's take a look at Marion Evans's crash yesterday.
Yeah, this is quite a scary one because it's just a jump, but then on the bump, on the rebound, it steps out, it gets onto the grass, and then you are a passenger. The road was dry, but the grass was very, very wet. And yeah, went to correct it correctly, but you are a passenger once it starts to slide.
And I'm happy to see that I'm not the only co-driver that hide his face with a notebook once we have an accident. It was my reflex, you know. I wanted to protect my face from the glass pieces or whatever. My eyes, actually.
I'm not sure what that's going to do in terms of protection, Julian.
Well, you've got a piece of paper in front of you.
So, John Armstrong, I mean, he has been probably one of the drivers of this rally. Lots of ups and downs. He's had, I think, six stage wins here. But he also, at the beginning of the rally, he had a few complications, notably losing 20 seconds after a technical issue. And he also had a few offs. But what an absolute drive it's been for him.
All about ifs and buts, you know, if. We know the 20 seconds in the first stage was an electronics issue. Then there was the spin, then there was the run wide. Ifs and buts, times lost. It could have been them winning their first ever European Championship rally today, because they were less than 40 odd seconds behind at the end. They were a lot closer to that. Snatch! Yeah, could you imagine? Yeah, winning it in the final stage, even just take one of his issues away. But I think he's had a very strong last 2 rallies, and let's hope Pirelli bring him back for next year. Let's see.
Yeah, this is a message.
Yeah, this is a message.
But what's funny is, do you remember during the ceremonial start what John Armstrong said to you? He said, this weekend I'm going to get on the podium. And he finished 2nd overall.
Yes, I don't know if the spin he had was linked to this lack of power, or if it was 2 separate things. So I would say he did a mistake at one point. So it's fair enough to finish 2nd like this. He did his podium with a great pace, consistent, strong. Come back next year.
But he was able to recover, just like Hayden Paddon, who had a little moment earlier on today. In fact, yeah, we can see it here, and it was right at the start of the stage as well.
When I heard his interview, I thought this was a real getting stuck. He's got a bit stuck, and then he's got out. And I thought he was stuck for several seconds. So it was a bit hearted moment, isn't it, when you're going sideways along the ditch? So. Very, very, very
difficult. Space, you don't have so many spectators to pull you out from there. And we know that when this is currently muddy and wet like this, with slick tires or even wet tires, it's difficult to get out of the grass, the sleepy grass, and and a very small bank is a real obstacle in front of you.
We know how tough and challenging this rally has been for all of the drivers, but they've managed to kind of have some light-hearted moments as well, starting notably with you, Julian, having fun in the service park yesterday. The adrenaline of being in a rally car, so he just jumps into this tiny little local.
I did some roles in my times co-driving on the rally.
While I'm speaking and speaking to the
I'm not sure how the sound's going.
That's no fun.
I never thought I'd see Julian Ingrassia upside down in a smart, but there we go. In a service park. Yeah, more to the point. And the other thing, lots of very funny end-of-stage interviews, starting with Maciej Franceschi, who had a funny exchange with Seb, our end-of-stage reporter.
I want to know, how is the back? Are you feeling?
Yeah, I saw the physiotherapist. He was very good. He just helped me with only one finger. He put his finger. I'll let you know what you want, but I'm completely perfect now. So thanks to him.
Did you have your lights on in this stage or not?
No, I didn't have it. I don't need it. I have a lynx, you know, a cat. I can see on the night.
Johan, I believe the car was too stiff for this stage. Do you have to find a compromise in the setup when the stages are so different?
Yeah, it's unbelievable bumpy. You can't see the road. Sometimes you are like this, you are like a flipper, you know?
OK, so it wasn't another funny Frenchman. That was, of course, Johan Bernardo. He came out with some classic lines and great banter at the end of at stage ends. So now we're actually going to head over to the podium for a brand new actual championship. It's the Tyre Championship.
Congratulations to the 2024 European Rally Tyre Supplier Champions. Michelin, represented by Tim Hoare, Michelin ERC Manager. And now the national anthem of the winning tyre supplier. And the trophy for the 2024 European Tyre Supplier Champions, presented by Stephanie von Feldheim, Account Director, WRC Promoter. And now, it's time to celebrate!
So Michelin are the 2024 ERC tyre manufacturer winners. We see Tim Hoare there with Marchik. He didn't open that champagne though. Sorry, we'll take a look over the Tyre Suppliers Championship. Michelin, of course, 3 points were in it. Pirelli just 3 points behind Michelin. And we have MRF tyres in third and Hankook in fourth. So that was your Tyre Suppliers Championship classification. A brand new category or championship to ERC, but a very important one as well.
It's hugely important for the tyre bands to be successful, because if you're successful in the European Championship and you have certain drivers from certain countries and they're winning, back in that national championship, people go, Mikko Marchik, he's winning on Michelins. The Polish drivers want to start buying Michelins, and that's what funds Michelin to support people in here and things like that. Maybe that bottle of champagne is going to go to Andrea Mabellini and Virgil Lenzi, because they won the rally that stopped the Pirelli car winning, which got Michelin the championship.
Yeah, that's true. It was a big game for the very last stage. Huh? All the positions were needed.
So let's take a look now at the junior category. It was already been concluded in Wales with Millie Hansen winning. He was here, albeit in another car. So let's take a look at the best of action of the juniors, starting with Kalle Karlberg, who finishes second on the podium overall, but wins here in... that's not Kalle Karlberg.
Well, that's our current champion, who has obviously stepped up, Millie Hansen. So you did mention Millie.
I was going to say that. He's there. It's Millie Hansen. But yeah, so he is our current ERC champion. He won, junior champion. He won in Wales. He was here, or is here, in an ERC 3 car. He actually won.
Dominated. It wasn't just a win, it was a domination by Johansson. So really big weekend.
And then it was, of course, Kalle Karlberg who won here at Rally Silesia, which means he finishes second overall in the ERC Junior Championship. Fantastic performance from the young driver.
Yeah, I mean, we spoke to him at lunchtime. He had a bit of a problem with the brakes and things like that. But again, the man next to us has done everything and won everything. But you've been in those junior series in the past and things like that. He said, I had to come here to win the championship, didn't win it, but Karlberg, his future, well, along with the people like McRae, these championships are important, aren't they, for these youngsters?
Yes, we were doing that in two-wheel drives. They are doing that in two-wheel drives. This is the best tool to learn how to rally, the pace notes, the stress of proper competition. The same weapons for everyone, the same cars, I mean. We went through this step, and you have to win it quickly. You don't have so many years, to win it, because of your age. First, this is a restriction, and also because if you waste too much time there, the manufacturers will not trust in you, I would say.
They really start in the deep end, the juniors, because they start after all the other categories. The roads, there's already cuts and a lot of pollution on those roads, so they learn really in the toughest conditions. So you could talk about a learning curve. That's definitely what they have. We just saw Max McRae there.
Toughest conditions, and a two-wheel drive car in the toughest conditions. So yeah, in the deep end.
Let's take a look at the overall ERC Junior Championship classification. Of course, Millie Hansen, who was here, dominated an ERC 3 car. He is your junior ERC driver champion. Kalle Karlberg in second, Max McRae third, Timo Schultz in fifth, and Jasper Vejar eighth. So that's what your top 8 junior ERC drivers championship look like. Well, I mean, just a few final thoughts between you guys about your year. Maybe your highlights. Who have been your standout drivers? Julian Porter.
Standout drivers, Franceschi, he's been great. You can't fault what Paddon's done, he's won a championship. Franceschi's been a breath of fresh air. Mabellini winning today was great. But Johansson, there's a load of them. But I think when you think about rallies, Estonia, that final stage in Estonia, poor Verves getting beaten in the final stage by Linamar, but what a weekend that was. Again, I just love being around all of the rallies, all the championships, watching youngsters come through and watching people succeed. I love that.
what I love in ERC, because I'm coming from WRC obviously, is that the fact that you have some local drivers that can arrive and add something to the competition. And this year I was lucky to be in Canarias, and we had Mr. Katchen that was really incredible in the stages also. So I will not say that this is Katchen the man of the year for me, but this is all those guys that come from local competitions.
And they're, of course, able to match themselves up against the best European drivers that come to their local rally. And that's fantastic to see. Gentlemen, we don't have much time left, so I just want to thank everyone that has worked on this European Rally Championship 2024, the production on all of the events, everyone who has put this fantastic season together, the commentators, the production, the drivers, of course, everyone. From me, Hayley Edmonds, from Julian Porter, Julian Gracia, I want to thank all of you. It's been a fantastic season. We'll see you in 2025. Goodbye.